I guess you could say that's fighting bravely against relegation. Well, I'd say so. Let's go to the video. Hello and welcome back to Rodney Parade, Newport, and welcome to our journey as we go from rags to riches here as manager of Newport County. And what a challenge it's turning out to be. And those of you who've been following along will know that we have gone from the Sky Bet League 2 to the Championship in 2 seasons, and totally against what was predicted. And maybe I still don't know how we've made it here, but we have got big problems. If you were with us last time, then you'll know that we had started, we'd opened our first game in the Championship and had a 2-1 defeat against West Brom. If you are new to the channel and want to just join us, then hit that subscribe button, do all that stuff and help the channel to grow. But that 2-1 defeat to West Brom on the surface seemed to be quite a good result, but I looked back at it and I was very concerned. For me it was a warning from FM: if you don't change something, you're going to be losing by more than 2-1 as each season goes along. So I went back in time and I thought about the problems we were having out wide, and and also the problems we were having in front of our midfield. With a back three playing the 5-2-1-2, we were leaving a lot of space in front of our central defenders as well. And I went back in time to, I don't know, maybe 20 or perhaps early FM21, and a tactic that I'd been trying out, the 4-1-3-2, which looks like a park the bus tactic, and in essence that's exactly what it is. We would congest the midfield in front of the centre backs, and we would force them to come inside by playing wider, force them to come inside right into that congestion, and hopefully stifle anything that they had planned to do to us. And things have gone very, very well indeed using that tactic. And if we have a look at how it's gone, then you can see that we started off with that 2-1 defeat at West Brom. We then beat Plymouth 3-0 in the Carabao Cup, a 1-0 home win against Wigan, followed by a 0-0 against Sheffield United. Cheltenham in the Carabao Cup second round, we pushed over 1-0, the late goal, and Preston was a very good away draw. And Millwall, 2-1 home win, and then Ipswich, another draw. We become draw specialists with this, and followed by a 0-0 draw at home to Barnsley. And then Bournemouth in the Carabao Cup, and Jamie Thomas was at it again. What a stunning strike as we beat Bournemouth by 4-2 in the Carabao Cup third round, setting up a 4th round tie away at Watford. So we come now to Luton, and they're a very, very good side, and we're going to have to be at our best to beat Luton. But let's have a look at the squad to begin with. Squad morale, and we all know how important morale is. As a result of that run, squad morale is absolutely brilliant, and they are in fine fettle. Their average ratings are beyond belief, and we did make some signings while we're here. We have made some signings since you were last here. We brought in Kakpa Mielowski, I'll have to give him a nickname, I think, and he could well turn out to be a very good fullback in the future, and he's already played for us, and he looks good and steady on the field. He looks like a very nice player. His passing seems very good. And then we also brought in, now we've seen him, we know about Amankwa. We also brought in Marcelo Sareva, a young midfielder, another prospect for the future, who also has already played. He looks the business as well. He doesn't look on paper very good, but he looks very assured in the centre of the middle of the field. And then finally, we brought in a young goalkeeper who also looks like a very, very good prospect for the future. And he's got some his reflexes are not great, but everything else looks great. And I'm sure we can work on his reflexes as he gets a little bit older. So he's another exciting prospect for the future, so keep an eye on him. Now the other young boys are already playing in the squad, and if we look at this tactic and the analysis summary, we're not very threatening up front, but we are formidable in defence, and teams have to work very, very hard to break us down. It's a tactic that, if you're in trouble, works very, very well. The board are very, very happy with how things are going, and we're even working within the wage budget this season, which is an all-time first for this save, and they're very, very pleased with us. And hopefully long may that continue, although maybe if we go into a bad string of results, it won't last for much longer. In terms of injuries, we have them on very light training. We're rotating, looking out for all sorts of signs, and we only have Aaron Lewis out. He's going to be out for another week or so, and hopefully he will be back very soon. And the squad dynamics, absolutely fabulous. It's almost like we didn't have a summer break, and we're back to where we were at the end of last season, and it's great to see that. No issues, no problems. And so we have this this lovely match coming up against Luton, and this is not going to be an easy game. Luton, although in the table they're sitting just about a place above us, this is not going to be an easy fixture. And the team today is Day in goal, Sterry, Pask, Boyle and Haynes at the back, East at DM, Livermore, Lakin and Sweeney in midfield, and Nuttall and Abraham up top. And we're just going to set up in this new system as we do, and tell them we're doing well, let's keep going with this, and let's see how we get on against Luton. And so the game gets underway, and I'm actually feeling quite excited about this game. I don't know how we're doing this and how they're defending so well, but they are doing it, and they've adapted very quickly to this new way of playing with the back four. And here's Sterry, and he flights a long ball over the top, which comes to nothing. And Luton underachieving a little bit at the moment, but we're going to have our hands full containing this lot, I'm pretty sure. And the ball finds its way back to Day, who launches a long ball forward. The goalkeeper doesn't always do what he's told, but he's told to pass it short. But there's a nice ball to Abraham, who tries to flick it on, and Nuttall can't get on the end of that. So it's a promising start. We have been inside their penalty area, which is always good. But here's a chance. Luton through on goal, and he's fired over. A warning that we shouldn't get complacent, even though things are looking really good at the moment. And it's Luton who are posing the more problems at the moment. We're holding on, shall we say, at this point in time, but that's what this tactic does. It allows you to hold on, pick your moment, and then go for it. And here come Luton again, and they're trying to expose the outside, but that harmlessly flies over the bar. And we just have to be patient. We're just going to keep going. And here's a cross in, and again it's headed over the bar. We perhaps need to look at what's happening on that right-hand side, and maybe lower the line a little bit. Who knows? We will just keep going as it is for a moment. We're certainly in head in terms of possession. It's a fairly even game. And so here's Haynes with a throw. And it's flicked on. And Abraham at the back post and side netting. But still, we are having chances. Even though we're playing this defensive shape, we're creating chances. I just want them to keep going. You're doing well. Keep going. But here is a corner to Luton. And just as I said, we're doing okay. Luton have scored. And this good run was going to come to an end at some point. And maybe today is the day that it's going to come to an end. But teams go 1-0 down all the time. We're a pretty determined bunch. And maybe we can fight our way out of this. I don't know. And here's Haynes with a throw. He finds Abraham. Abraham back to Haynes. Haynes, he looks inside for East. This is good play. Haynes back to East. East to Livermore. Livermore, they're playing it around outside the penalty area. Story finds Livermore. Liverpool's in the clear, has a shot. And Abraham has scored. And it's Newport 1, Luton 1. And whoa, what a response from Luton, from Newport, and we are back in the game. This was really intricate play outside the penalty area. Sterry, East, Livermore, all involved. And when Livermore couldn't finish, Abraham was going to finish those every day of the week. And it's 1-1. And things are looking very good indeed. Livermore's looking a little tired. I think it's time to take him off. But this new boy, Marcelo, I want to have a look at him because in the press conference I actually bigged him up and said that he might be as good as Livermore. So we'll see what he can do. As Dolan swings in a free kick which is headed over the bar. No danger to Luton there. And so it's 1-1 and maybe we're going to get a point out of this after all as Day finds Parker. Parker out to Haynes. Haynes finds Dolan, and Dolan, and this is nice, Lakin's looking for Abraham. Abraham finds Marcelo, and Marcelo's in the clear. Marcelo in the clear and scores! It's Newport 2, Luton 1, and we have come from behind. Oh, hey, what a substitute that was. And I just remembered saying that he was almost as good as Livermore. Take him off, take Livermore off, give him a shot, and that's what he does. And he was motivated. He was up for that moment. What a substitution. And we are in 9th position. This is crazy stuff. But I suddenly, like as always, we are struggling now with our stamina. And this is something that we really need to work on. I don't know how. Like in 80th minute, it's suddenly stamina goes into these red traffic lights at the bottom. So I need to find a way to work out how to deal with this as Luton have a free kick. And that's fired in. And Luton almost equalised. And it's fired back in. And it's in. Luton have equalised. Oh, that was not part of the plan. But look at all that red underneath. I know stamina is an issue, and I really don't know how to deal with this. The boys have put in an amazing performance again, but that should be a victory. We should be able to hold out, and that's something I really need to work at and work out how to deal with that. But that's full time, and we'll take a point against a very, very good Luton team. And we are currently in 13th place with 11 points from 8 games. If you'd offered me that at the beginning, I'd have bitten your hand off. And so what a start to our championship campaign. There are some very, very good teams in this, and we will struggle. And I'm pretty sure that we are going to be very close to the the relegation area come the end of the season. But at the moment, there we are, sitting in 13th place. 11 points from 8 games. And in terms of our schedule, we haven't been winning a lot, but we haven't lost anything for 10 games. We haven't lost a game. We've only won 3, but we haven't lost any matches. We have some tough fixtures coming up. I'm looking for where we might come back. And Blackpool looks like a good fixture. Our old rivals who've come up with us every year. We'll see what Blackpool have got to offer. But we've got some very difficult fixtures to get through over the coming weeks. And there's the schedule's wild yet again. A lot of rotation. And that's it for this video. If you enjoyed it, give us a big thumbs up. And hit the subscribe button and click the bell and come along with us for the ride. We'd love to have your company. And all that remains to be said now is we'll see you in Blackpool.